Hey, what's up, people? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Desmond Z, if this is the first time you've ever seen me. So, in today's video, I forgot whatever I was going to talk about. I just finished watching the US Open. And my brain is scattered. I was supposed to record this video, but I was over there watching tennis. But you don't care about that. Anyway, in today's video, I'm going to talk about a couple of the books that I read over the last week. Also, some of the ones I DNF'd, because we know that's the name of the game. And a few of the ones that I want to read this month in general. Now, not a TBR. If you're new here, TBRs and me, we don't mix. But that doesn't mean I can't have my eye. That doesn't mean I can't keep a lookout. I can't keep a lookout, for a couple of good reads. So let's just get into the video. The New House. The New House is a psychological thriller about 3 different couples. So we've got Millie and Tom. Millie and Tom are a couple. They married, blah, 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 blah. They got 2 kids. They want to buy this house from Stacy and Felix. Stacy is like this news reporter or whatever, local celebrity. Felix is some businessman. And then you have Harper and Kyle. Harper and Kyle are like vloggers, YouTubers. They want to buy Millie and Tom's house, and Millie and Tom want to buy Stacy and Felix's house. Stacy and Felix just want to sell their house and get the cash and go. Okay? These couples get a little bit too close. This is supposed to be a business transaction. People start hanging out with each other, doing all of this and doing all of that, baby. We doing too much. We doing too much socializing for this to be a business relationship, okay? So, first of all, the main character, Millie. Why did I say it like that, Millie? The main character, Millie, she's a bit unbelievable at times. She's the doctor, right? And I just don't believe her. I don't believe she's a doctor. And not because she's a woman, because if you know who I am, if you've watched my videos, you know that's not who I am as a person. But it's just the character. I don't believe her. She's one of those doctors that I feel like you would see her on Grey's Anatomy. I graduated high school at 2 years old, and I did my first solo surgery at 7, and then I saved the president and the prime minister and gave them open heart surgery at the same time. Like, she's one of those type of doctors where she just does these things that no one's ever done. And I'm not saying miracles don't happen, okay? Miracles happen every day. If you believe, miracles can happen and people do miraculous things. But I just don't believe Millie as a doctor. As we all know, when you read, I've said it a million times before, you have to suspend belief. I need a counter to say how many times I've said that. So we suspend belief, all right? She's doing all these things. She also likes to break into people's houses. That's a small spoiler. It's not like a major one. Like, don't worry. She likes to break into people's houses and do these type of things and sneak around, okay? She gets close to Stacy and Felix trying to get this house bought or whatever. And then Harper and Kyle get close to Millie because they want her house. I enjoyed this book. I said all that to say that I did enjoy this book. I gave it like 4.5 stars. It was almost like a 5, but I feel like towards the end, things did get a little loopy. I saw the ending coming. No, I take that lie back. That's a lie. I lied. I'm a liar, and I just lied. I did not see the ending coming, so I was appreciative of that. Now, let's flip that. Because I enjoyed The New House. Let's do a little flipping to something that I did not enjoy. She started it. It's also a thriller. I've been in my thriller bag. I've been I just been searching, hunting, looking, diving for thrillers. Like, I really have I just had a hunger for the thrill. I don't know why, but here I am. Because I read a lot of literary fiction. If you were not aware, I read a lot of literary fiction. But lately, I just need, feed me all of the thrillers at this moment. Once again, suspend belief. I'm able to do that. But when I have to completely lose touch with reality, when I have to completely just let go of all logical thinking, it's a no for me. It's a no for me. And she started it. We have 4 women, 4 of them. They were best friends in like high school, grade school, da 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 da. And they haven't spoken in like, or been close in like years. But there's one person who they haven't seen or spoken to in over 10 years. Her name is Poppy. And they were friends with her as well. But they like bullied her a lot. They were friends with her for like a hot second, or at least one of them was. And then they started like bullying her and making her life a living hell all throughout school. So now, 10 years later, she sends them an invite out of nowhere to her to a bachelorette party in the Caribbean. And they all live in like the UK somewhere. These is British gals. These is the British gals, okay? That should have been your red flag right there. I haven't spoken to you in 10 years. First of all, how you get my address? How you get my address, girl? How you know where I stay at, girl? How you get my postal location is what I want to know. They show up and it's pretty much high school drama. This is just people who have not left high school behind, and it's just petty drama. This one talking behind this one's back, this one talking in front of this one's face, and it's just a bunch of messy high school drama. Things go awry. They may not make it off this island because Poppy had an ulterior motive for calling these girls to this island. They get here and they realize it ain't just an island, it's secluded. And then the ending kind of pissed me off because it was like, it did leave things open. Tough Crowd is like, I guess you can call it like a rom-com. Yet this was the definition of a rom-com. Y'all be writing romance, not y'all, but like, I mean, maybe y'all, maybe some authors are watching me. Y'all be writing rom-coms, but they don't be common. They just be ramen. That was very lame. I know it was, but it's the truth. If you're going to write a rom-com novel, the comedy, the funny, the ha-ha is just as important. I'm all for if you want to write a romance novel, okay? I'm all for that. But don't call it a rom-com if it ain't funny. And I know humor is subjective, da 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 da. But it's like sometimes people don't even be trying. They just label it as a rom-com because they feel like it's lighthearted. No. I need to laugh. I need to ha ha he he. And this was actually very funny. I laughed out loud quite often. I did also listen to the audiobook. I highly recommend that. Her name's Abby. She's an aspiring comedian. And she starts dating this man named Nick, right? And, you know, they go on a few days. They, you know, it's chemistry flying. They hugging, they kissing, they doing all that. They feeling each other. Eventually, she finds out this man got kids. He got 2 bambinos he ain't told her about. 2 little rugrats running around. One's 13 and the other is like, I say 8, 10, somewhere around there. Something. So, throughout this novel, we are dealing with Abby and Nick dating, and also the kids being a major part of the equation, because as we know, if you have kids, you are a package deal. You can't just throw the kids away unless you're a horrible parent. But I thoroughly enjoyed this because I think this did a great job of showing what it's like dating and having kids, and also being on the opposite end. You know, you being the partner who doesn't have kids and coming into this already established family and trying to find your way into this rhythm, and with it being the dad this time and not the mom, because a lot of times it's always, oh, single mom, but it's a dad, he's a single dad, and she's just trying to find out, like, how does she fit into this whole thing? And of course it doesn't go easily, especially one of the kids is 13. Teenagers are horrible. They are horrible. We know this. And if you're a teenager, there's no offense, because I was once one myself. But as we, especially somebody new coming into your system, you already have set up with your family, your parents and all that, somebody else coming in, you ain't trying to hear all that. And she's also like, of course, she's an aspiring comedian and she's trying to get her career off the ground. Her mother was a horrible woman. Crushed her dreams every single time she got. So we get that. There's another aspect of the story. We have a parent who doesn't support you and just continues to crush her dreams. You got a man, he got kids, he got an ex-wife, and you got to deal with her. And it was so many different things that everyday people deal with all the time. And it was lighthearted at times, it was serious at times, and it was just such a perfect balance of both of those. LA weather. LA weather. LA weather. I have tried to read this book 7,500 million times, and it has not worked for me. It has not worked. It has not worked. I've tried the audio. I tried the physical. I tried the audio again. I tried the physical. I tried the audio again. And I tried the audio. And I tried the audio. And it's not working for me. Basically, this is a family drama of the Alvarado family living in LA. And the weather, the city, you know, is a main character as well in the book. But for some reason, I just cannot get into it. I cannot get past like the second or third chapter. I just don't seem to care about the story, and I don't know why. But this is one I just refuse to give up on. Like, I know sometimes you just gotta let it go. You just gotta move on. You just gotta move on. But for some reason, I just won't let this one go. Let me know. Have y'all read this? The Travelers. This is one that I want to get to this month. As I said before, you know, this is not a TBR. It ain't a TBR. It's just a hope. It's just a wish. It's just a dream. It's just something I got my eye on. Because it's been on my shelf for like months now. And I really want to get to it. So I have no idea exactly what this book is about anymore. But it seems like it's got a cast of characters. I'm hoping it's not written in like short story format. Because that would thoroughly piss me off. That would thoroughly piss me off. If it's one thing that I hate, it's to be misled by somebody telling me that it's a novel, when in reality, it's short stories. Don't do that to me. Don't piss me off, okay? Because short stories really aren't my thing, and I don't have anything against them. I just know personally they just really don't work for me. Like a collection of short stories doesn't necessarily work for me. So don't tell me it's a novel, then that's what it turns out to be. I hate that. The Heaven and Earth grocery store, I believe I talked about this in my DNF video that I posted a couple of weeks ago. I don't know for sure. If I did, I'll just cut this part out. But the Heaven and Earth grocery store, I did have the audiobook. I just couldn't get into it. It wasn't doing it for me. It just really wasn't. So I'm gonna try the physical, and we're gonna see how that goes. We're gonna see how it goes, okay? And that's it. That's really it for me. That's all I have read in the past week. And those are the few I DNF'd and some that I want to read later this month. So it's just like a mix. It's like a bowl of Chex Mix. A little bit of everything up in this video. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you are not subscribed. Also, shout out to all my new subscribers, you know, viewers. My last video actually did really well compared to my previous videos. Like, I know compared to other people's, it's like, you know, it's barely scratching the surface. But we don't do that here. We don't compare ourselves to others. We're running our own race over here, okay? I just taught you something if you didn't know it. And if you knew, I reminded you. But shout out to all the people that are new here. Welcome aboard. I'm glad to have you. And yeah, if you are not subscribed, subscribe. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one.